recently disclosed the names of the individuals Jada Pinkett Smith is alleged to have had affairs with, revealing that even decades later, she continues to compare Will Smith to Tupac Shakur. Now the real dynamics of their marriage and the reasons behind involving other partners are coming into focus. The question remains, why does Will stay with Jada? And is there any possibility that...
You know, Esther Perel is coming to the table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Esther, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Because she don't just...
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start rolling. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch us stare at the red table.
Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith married less than a year after the death of Tupac Shakur, whom Jada once described as the love of her life. From the beginning, she appeared to view Will as a step down. She openly admitted that marrying him was never her plan. In a 2019 interview with People magazine, Jada explained, "I never wanted to get married, but my mother was like, you have to get married. She's so old school. And Will wanted a family, so I said, all right, maybe it's something I should do." Even after tying the knot, Jada frequently referenced Tupac, calling him the greatest man she ever met, and revealing that he had proposed to her before his death. Her comments made it clear that her heart may never have been fully invested in marrying Will, leaving many to wonder why she continued to compare her husband to someone who had passed away.
Tupac has been dead for about 27 years. So if this proposal did take place, and I'm not trying to doubt my sister at all, but if the proposal did take place, you're talking 30 or more years or so ago. Why is that coming up now? To me, the only reason why I could think that she would bring that up is it's possible that Will might harbor some insecurities over her relationship with Tupac, and she probably felt that is one of the few things she could bring up to actually get under Will's skin. Because when you look at achievements, Tupac will be probably one of the only rappers who could rival Will in terms of overall success. Now, of course, Will doesn't have the hip hop success, of many rappers, but when you add in his acting and what he has done on the big screen, there's not many people who can compete with his body of work. Tupac would be one of them, because he was also an actor. And had he not been taken from us, who knows how many box office hits Tupac would have had.
For most people, having a spouse openly call you a downgrade while constantly referencing an ex would be crushing. For Will Smith, however, that was just the beginning. In 2011, while Jada Pinkett Smith was starring in the medical drama Hawthorne alongside co-star Mark Anthony, rumors emerged that she was having an affair with him. At the time, Mark was married to Jennifer Lopez, and both he and Jada denied the allegations. When Mark and Jennifer later divorced months afterward, speculation intensified that Jada and Mark had been involved. Many assumed this would push Will to leave, but in 2013, Jada addressed the situation publicly, stating, "Will and I both can do whatever we want because we trust each other to do so. This does not mean we have an open relationship. This means..."
Let's go back to the other story of Jada stepping out. So, and this has already been out there, but I can confirm it. So when they did Hawthorne, Jada starred Mark Anthony, who is J-Lo's husband, right? They did a TV show called Hawthorne.
Is that why they divorced?
So
Jennifer Lopez and Mark Anthony.
Yeah. So so let me go a little bit.
Okay,
deeper.
go ahead.
Let's go a little bit deeper. So this is a full-on relationship on the set, like romantic relationship. Not okay. I just gave him some and that's it. Like it's a relationship. So, Will hears about this and kind of devastated. At this point, this is where you see all the papers are going crazy. A divorce is imminent and so forth and so on. The final straw is when Will came home in court. Jada, King Mark Anthony on the couch at their home, right? And this devastated Will, right? I even had a conversation when Will wanted to kill himself.
Many fans were stunned that Will Smith, one of Hollywood's most successful performers, appeared to accept being allegedly cheated on multiple times, with some speculating that he was being pushed into an open relationship. Will later addressed these rumors in his memoir and during an interview with Oprah Winfrey, making it clear that he and Jada Pinkett Smith did not have an open marriage. Instead, he described their union.
We never actually officially separated. We agreed that she had to make herself happy. I had to make myself happy. And then we were going to present ourselves back to the relationship.
Both Will and Jada tried to make it sound like they didn't have an open relationship, but it doesn't take a genius to decode what loving each other with freedom actually meant. Every video that came out of the Smith family looked worse than the last, with fans commenting that Will looked incredibly sad. Then in 2023, Jada published her first memoir, Worthy, and in this book, she revealed that she had cheated on Will multiple times. When Will actually confronted her over on the set of Red Table Talk, Jada actually had the audacity to blame him for the cheating.
As promised, Jada Pinkett Smith brought herself to the red table, and surprisingly, her husband Will Smith joined her. They talked about pain, healing, and yes, Jada's entanglement with August Alsina.
It's all love.
Recently, Alsina revealed to the world that he was involved in a relationship with Jada while she was still married. And even though statements were released denying the affair, Pinkett Smith is now reluctantly confirming that the relationship did indeed exist.
It's a situation that I consider private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's
business.
But now Black Twitter has claimed it as their business.
During the 12-minute Red Table Talk episode, Jada sat down with Will to explain how she met August 4.5 years ago. But the friendship didn't turn into something more until she and Will were ready to call it quits.
You and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided...
I was done with your ass.
Kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we broke up.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, I think from there, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August.
Yes, we know entanglement is vague as hell, but thankfully, Will pressed her to be more clear.
An entanglement?
Yes. Yes.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
We also got clarity on the misconception that Will gave August permission to sleep with his wife.
The only person that could give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker.
Now, if you're like us, you're probably wondering why August? Well, we'll let Jada explain.
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Both Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith maintained that they did not have an open relationship, yet the phrase loving each other with freedom left a lot open to interpretation. Fans who followed the Smith family closely often noticed a darker undertone in their public appearances, with Will appearing visibly downcast at times. Then, in 2023, Jada released her memoir, Worthy, in which she admitted to having cheated on Will multiple times. Shockingly, she also revealed...
Here's the thing. When they're together, Will's comfortable with that. Will's comfortable with someone's wife when he's there. It's when he's not there is the insecurities, because I can't tell you why, but I can tell you that there's a comfortability when men and women come in to have with them, Will's fine with that. So when this happened, like Will kind of went crazy. They would talk about the divorce rumors and so forth and so on. It was big crisis management. Many people tell you Will was driving around California. I mean, just he's going. He brought Dwayne a club called Zen Lounge, and Will would come in there and just be drinking and like just this wasn't the Will.